Hey, you're live.
Welcome to Fun Friday on Thursday.
That's so confusing.
Why are we going live on Thursday? Because, let's see, I wanted to see if more people would be engaged and watch on a Thursday.
No, tomorrow is Andrew's birthday.
Zenderman!
Happy birthday, bud.
Your name's Science.
My boy's 8.
This episode of Fun Friday is brought to you by Pure Encapsulations. What do we got here? Pure Lean Whey. Thank you, Pure Caps, for not canceling our order. So we now have multiple of these high-quality pharmaceutical wheys here. If you can tell us tonight, we're talking about objections to your own excuses, and give us an excuse that we haven't heard of before,
Ooh.
I'll give this to you free. Yep, I said it, free. If you give me an objection I've never heard before, good luck with that.
Yeah, we've kind of heard of it.
I'm not mythological, so there's things like my unicorn ate my sneakers won't be.
Yeah.
You need sneakers to work out.
It's got to be like a real thing. Absolutely
I
real
would be
thing.
curious
We
if
have
there's
many
anything
people
that anyone
that
says
don't
anything. That'd be cool.
wear shoes in here when they work out. So yeah.
But
In the name
if
of
you can't come up with something that I've never heard of before, it is now buy one, get one half off. Expires end of day tomorrow.
It'll expire.
On actually Friday. Yes. So come get some.
You really just said that?
I did say that. So, Fun Thursday, Friday. Objections to our own exercise excuses.
Yeah. So where this came from is, as people, we're full of excuses. I mean, we all do it sometimes. We try to override it.
Just
But-
excuses?
Yes.
Okay. He's just full of
Um,
excuses.
But the thing is, don't let those excuses stop you, which is where a lot of people, stop. This came up to my mind because, gyms up here in New Jersey have recently opened, and I've had several friends who are like, oh, I can't wait for the gyms, I can't work out, which we've talked about before, is you don't need a gym to work out. That's a different argument that you'll hear plenty today, I'm sure. But now that gyms are open, I'm hearing other excuses to not go to the gym and work out, like I don't like wearing the mask, or I'm afraid of people.
That's actually a good excuse.
It's
Not to go to the gym. It's
Correct.
a good excuse not to go to the gym.
Not
It's
a good
not
excuse to not work out.
Yes, and that's where it comes.
Because we got these. I mean, I've been wearing the oxygen deprivation mask
So
for
much easier used than a
years.
freaking.
putting that on to deprive of oxygen, and yay, it really works as well.
Nuts. So yes, a lot of these things when they become excuses to work out, that is a valid reason I guess to go to the gym because it's hard to breathe wearing the mask.
It is. I had a tough time at Home Depot today wearing that mask.
I mean,
Whew.
I tried it a little bit. I felt like I was going to pass out. So these are to negate excuses to work out or exercise. So good differentiation. I've got a list of like 15 or 20 of them.
Oh, let's get started.
Did you memorize it?
I did not.
All
Though I can
Pick a
probably come
number.
up with most of them right up with
Pick a
what they
number and
were.
see if you can tell what it is.
right, number, let's say 5.
I remember number 5 from your guys' talk more.
Oh, that one. So, now let's talk about people saying gyms are closed due to the COVID.
Okay. So this is good ones. Carry on for kind of how we started is, one, you don't need a gym to work out. I mean, you don't. If you're worried about you need a place, come to Fit Lab. We're open the whole time. We've been open. We're going to stay open. We don't need a mask.
You can wear one if you are
If you feel
wanting
comfortable with
to.
it,
If
go
you don't
ahead.
want to, don't. It's up to you.
I mean, that's pretty much the end of that spiel is you don't need to go to a gym. You don't need a mask to be able to work out. I keep working out at home and here in the Fit Lab because I wanted to go back and kickbox, and wearing the mask was incredibly uncomfortable for me. I just wasn't willing to do it. So I'm not going to the gym. I'm still working out.
Don't need to wear a mask to walk around your neighborhood.
Nope.
Or a park.
Or once you get
Woods.
into a restaurant and you're at the table, you don't have to.
If eating is a workout,
So
then
you're
there's
working
other
out your
problems.
mouth.
There's people that sweat from it. We've done this. 10,000 calories in one
Spicy.
sitting. We talked about this. That's a workout.
Let's talk about I'm too tired.
Oh, that's a fun one. Short answer for this is who cares. When you say you're going to do something, just do it. I mean, you're something like I'm too tired as soon as you think that, we tend to get more tired anyway. Like it's a huge psychological connection. Are you tired? It's just like, are you hungry? If someone says something like that, you tend to then get tired and hungry afterwards.
I'm hungry.
You know what? Me too now.
You know what's, when I was fasting the other day, did I tell you or I just told Shantae? All right, so I'm on Carol doing a cathartic, long, slow hour, and it's an excuse to watch Netflix with no kids. It really is. So
He turns the bike. we just-
Oh yeah, see it.
yeah, turn it around. People can probably see me after hours doing that. Come join me. You got another Carol. So I turned on a show on.
Cooking.
Yeah, it was a cooking show on different foods from different countries, and they were covering Argentina.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, it looked delicious. They were making these. It's like tortilla, but it was made with a lot of egg and just as much meat as you possibly could think of. And the tortilla was actually made out of cheese.
Now we're talking.
Oh yeah, it was like this thick. It was mouth-wateringly delicious.
I've made this tortilla or something like that before.
It's still 8 hours to go on this fast, so it was not a big deal until I turned that on.
Yes. But with the too tired thing is when we exercise, you wake up. You get energy from exercising, both in the short term, like at that moment, start warming up, you'll wake up. And for prolonged energy, when people say, oh, I'm always too tired, that's even better reason to have a standard exercise regimen is you get more energy long term if you exercise regularly.
Yes.
That's why this is a very good excuse. Again, if you're tired, go work out. If it's late at night, then maybe you just misjudged or mismanaged your time for the day. But commit to what you hold to. I mean, that's words I hear you say all the time to everybody. Is if
Routine.
like, should I work out? I don't know. Did you tell yourself you would? If you was yes, then
Yeah.
stick to it. So energy, no, you'll be fine. You'll be more tired afterwards. It'll help you sleep, so you get more energy for the next day to kill that workout and life in general as well.
If you say you're going to run a mile, you're going to run the mile.
Mhm.
Run the mile. Don't run 3/4 of a mile. Do it. If you tell somebody that you're going to pick up the room, pick it up. I mean, it's really simple stuff. I'll be there 8 o'clock. Show up at freaking 8 o'clock. Get there a little early.
Not
Do
all
what you say you're going to do.
personalizing this, huh?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm about to go on a rant, obviously. So
Go ahead. That's usually your knees.
if you're going to do something like work out, stick to it.
Mhm.
If you're not, don't BS
And
yourself.
pick a time that you're actually going to do.
You mean like,
Good. Put it in
let
your
me
own
just
shape.
get up at 5 a.m. and start working out there, which I've never done in my life before, but today's the day it's going to happen?
Yeah, don't do that. It's not realistic. It's not a realistic expectation.
That's actually
Walking
good.
around the neighborhood at 3:30 in the morning, I'm just saying, it's not
You
feasible.
did it like once,
I
right?
did it once.
You came in bragging about it, and then at 2
And
o'clock p.m.
by like 11 a.m. I was done.
You know the funny part is what you're saying right now about, it's not feasible to do? I literally said that to you, and you said, you're probably right.
But I said I was going to do it, so I did it. And that's my point. Stick to something that you can actually do.
Yeah, it's a good, for a lot of these that we're going to go over, is help get yourself out of your own way. It's a good point, is it realistic?
Right.
Because a lot of times people get aggressive on goals, and I actually have to pull them back a little bit. Like, is it actually realistic? Because nothing kills motivation more than aiming too high of your own ambition. If your ambition hits it, then that's great, but that happens a lot.
So, Dr. Michael Brandon Michael.
Which one?
Well, Dr. Terry always used to call you Michael Brandon Michael. She couldn't figure out your first name. So,
It's very complicated.
It's two
do
first
you,
names.
doctor, or don't you need cash to work out? Do you have to pay to work out?
Exercise has never collected my lunch money, so I would say no.
All right.
So going to, we've heard a lot of people say, it's too expensive to join a gym. Back to one of the first things we said, who said you need a gym? You can exercise in a park. It costs you nothing. And even let's talk about prices of gyms, before anything comes up on that one. What are most gym prices? Like anywhere, like your box gym. Like you're talking less than $50 a month. It's not that big. Or you want to do a
10
home
to
gym?
$30.
Yeah,
Really.
it's most people forget about it, and
Right.
then
That's how
they don't go.
local gyms make their money. You never go to it. Which, I mean, I don't
You keep
digress.
it just in case that one time you're actually going to go. I know I can go if I felt like it.
Or if you know your habit of you're not going to the gym, then spend that extra couple of bucks and get some of your Dr. Terry.
Dr. Terry, yes. Finally saw that. Yes, you're 100% right. Absolutely. Love
Okay,
it.
yes.
And we've been doing that.
I don't know. I can't read.
Oh.
She says by wearing a mask, it helps develop lung capacity.
Huh.
Right.
Very true.
Absolutely.
I've heard
Brandon,
her
Mike,
talking. I
Mike,
just got excited by that. Yeah.
Brandon, Michael, Brandon.
Which one?
You.
I'm asking her which one.
Vincent.
I'm so confused. Oh yes. What the hell are we talking about?
You don't need to pay
Everybody at
cash.
the gym.
If you're really worried about it, I mean, invest ahead of time and get yourself a kettlebell. But honestly, calisthenics, a park, it's all cheap. Again, it's things that you can use. Maybe you prefer to use equipment that is at a gym or you need to buy. It doesn't mean you need to.
Right.
You can work out without spending any cash.
All right, let's go to the next one. If I work out, I'm going to get hurt. Is that true or false? And let's not talk about
Eventually
me.
in your life, you will get injured. It might not be when you're working out. When it comes down to it, yes. I mean, anyone who works out, odds are, or plays sports, you're going to get injured at some point. Here's the trick, though. Anyone who doesn't exercise or play sport, you're still going to get injured at some point. You're actually going to get injured more frequently, and the recovery is a lot slower. So, again, I don't buy this reason at all. I mean, a lot of times we exercise to prevent serious injury.
You could trip on the sidewalk and break your ankle because
I
you're
know a
too
couple
fat
people
to
have done
walk
that.
around.
Gosh.
Hmm?
Teddy, come
Well,
on.
Let's
This is
go.
what I've had to put up with for 20 years, this bluntness.
True, I had to. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
And I used to have thin skin. It's really built up like a callus.
Wow.
Wow. And this anniversary is coming up in just a couple of weeks. Okay, then.
Oh, she's at it again. Sorry, everybody. We are reading.
I can't read with my glasses not on. They just fill me in. This is intense.
Throwing some research out.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Terry. It's all right. Everybody who's watching this, there's now research that you can actually click on. Click on it. We now have a works cited.
Bingo.
Legit.
So, again, more things on injuries. Even if you are injured, because I know a lot of people who stop exercising because they are injured. I know everyone in this room right now has worked out through some decent injuries.
Oh, yeah.
There's been
So my shoulder was not supposed to bend the way that it
That
did.
was
that.
weird.
Oh, okay.
That should not have happened.
I should
all.
not
How
have
did that happen?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
how does it go in like
It was not
internal,
pretty.
external in that fast moment? I mean, it's like you're throwing 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
It was intense, let's just say the least.
I've gone to the
But you
gym.
know what? I have another shoulder.
You have legs, you've got core, there's plenty of things to do. I went to the gym on crutches because, well, heck, you remember this, I couldn't walk. Thanks for those days, gym of treatment.
And you know, people don't realize is when you are injured, if you're using the strong arm, the strong leg, it transfers to the weaker side to help it heal faster.
There is a slight transference, correct? Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're actually going to increase the recovery by doing the uninjured arm or leg.
Correct.
Look at that. So
Mhm.
another reason to
Keep
screw the
working
excuse,
out.
just go to work out, whatever it is.
Keep
you do.
working
So
out.
here's a fun one. I'm uncomfortable with going to a gym. I'll go and I will work out when I'm in better shape. That way I feel better about myself.
This one I actually,
Mm.
a lot of these
And
come up
again,
with
it doesn't have
things.
to be a gym. It's literally I will exercise when I'm in better shape.
So a lot of these are things I've heard people directly say to me. This is one that I thought of because you and I discussed this a while back. I think when you were still in school, so I think you were at the house. Because we were laughing at the concept. Someone I think told you that they weren't in good enough shape to get to the gym.
Mhm.
Shanti, you look like you're about ready to say something because there's so many directions.
There's
to take
so
this one.
much to say on this one.
We go to the gym to improve ourselves. I feel like that should put the self-explanatory. But everyone goes at different bases. Your starting point is varied from where it was a year ago. Like I'm in different shape now than what I was when I worked out like in the middle of a training camp or something. Who cares? No one should be staring down. No one really cares what you're doing at the gym. I'll tell you, I don't really care what anyone else is doing when I'm working out. I'm there for me. So if you're uncomfortable with someone, then you're worrying too much about other people. And then again, don't go to the gym. Be comfortable at home. Whatever makes you get started. you're going to get more confidence and feel more comfortable by doing it. That's how you increase confidence with anything, is by doing it.
You can do it. It's pretty simple. With Fit Lab.
Yeah.
Just saying. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, we had it down easily where it's, you want to be the only one here? Okay, these are the times.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll mark it.
Yeah, if
We'll make
somebody
it comfortable
wants to
for
be
you.
the only one here because that's the way they feel comfortable, we will find a way.
We've done that.
We're
do
good
that.
like that.
Absolutely.
We're good like
Here
that.
for you.
Exactly.
So,
Custom tailored.
yes, exactly. So if you really are not sure what you should or should not be doing, say you want to go into a group environment, I'm not typically one to watch social media videos and stuff like that, but type in something like dumb things do people at the gym, and you will find some hilarious stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Watch that before you go,
And don't do that.
so you don't say to yourself afterward that, oh no, I was actually doing that, or oh no, that's me, that somebody actually recorded.
Well, that brings up actually another thing, is I've heard a lot of people say, well, I don't know what I'm doing at the gym, everyone else seems like they do. Just because they seem like they do, trust me, they don't.
Right.
Everyone does everything wrong in these kind of box gyms. It's why I feel guys usually only last 1 or 3 months in the gym and then they get injured because they're not doing things correctly. Again, come talk to us. We'll make sure you're doing it well, and even for your goal. Because then that gets a whole new mess of, okay, that's the correct exercise, but it's not helping you out.
Did anyone see my Instagram post for today? There you go. So let's talk about time. The most valuable asset, which is totally subjective, but somehow we have attempted to quantify this thing called time, yet nobody ever has enough of it.
We all
And
have
that's
the
an
same amount.
excuse.
But we all have the same amount.
Correct.
Still
What
not
we
enough.
do with that time is up to you. So what are you doing with your time? That's an excuse I hear, and that's the one that grinds my gears probably the most, is I'm
Really
too
grinds
busy.
his gears.
Big busy.
Most of the big basis of
Yeah,
how
don't
design
use
work
the
here.
word busy.
Mm-mm.
Don't use the word.
If you want to see me go ape, like absolutely ape, and suck it in really hard and not let it ever come up, say I'm too busy or so-and-so's too busy.
It's a priority shift. I mean, you might be too busy to work out, but I bet that if we said, hey, if you there's $10,000 if you go to this spot, it's a 2-hour drive, you'll do that.
Or a happy hour.
Happy
You'll do
hour.
that too.
Yeah, there's happy hour right around the corner.
You'll
Oh, I
go.
got time for that.
Oh, yeah.
You'll go.
What? All of a sudden, I'm not tired anymore.
You'll drop
and,
$100 like that. But will you spend $100 to improve your health?
It's prioritizing,
Mhm.
and if you don't feel like it or you don't want to, again, at a certain point, it doesn't matter. Secret, I don't like working out all the time. A lot of times I don't want to, but once you start, at least for me, it usually increases. And there's just some better workouts, so I feel like I'm gonna just not go.
When I don't feel like working out, I'll go for like a 5-mile run. And it sounds crazy,
Once
To
you start,
some
you have to
people,
finish it. And
right? Especially if you get halfway, you've got to come back.
I used to use that too a lot.
And
so you
it's
run in a
also a
loop.
good chance to catch up on podcasts I've wanted to listen to. Some good music that I'm not going to be able to when a lot of other people are around. And it's just cathartic.
De-stress.
Yeah, it's not like at this point in my life anymore I'm trying to hit certain splits and times. It's just go out there and do it and, burn 3,000 calories.
Mhm.
Happy
For
and
the day.
healthy.
I like my hour-long walks
Exactly. I like her hour-long walks.
because I'm gone for an hour.
No, I hang out with her for an
That's what
hour.
I was going to.
I remember the first time I tried going with you on a walk. You shut me down. You're like, this is my time. Don't get in my sunlight. Don't get in my
The
shadow.
neighborhood.
Stay behind me or get in front.
The neighborhood wasn't big enough.
County big enough for the two of them.
It wasn't.
And now we
We enjoy our morning, weekly walks.
morning or evening strolls together. All right, how about I just straight up don't like working out.
Most people don't. You're not alone.
It's painful. Why in the world do you want to experience
It
pain?
burns.
The brain says, no pain. Let's not do this. It's bad.
The benefits outweigh the short-term pain you may experience, which then you turn to love because now you know you're working.
And there's different types of exercise. Like I personally don't enjoy weightlifting.
I don't
so
like
I don't
CrossFit.
lift weights.
I don't like WODs.
She didn't like wads of CrossFit at all.
Okay, handstand
5.5.
push-ups. I'm okay with handstand push-ups. That might be what I want to do. Like,
I like kickboxing. I mean, I'd much rather do that going for a run any day.
I will
of the
never
week.
run. You'll never. That bear is gonna get me. That saber-toothed tiger will get me every time. I will not run.
You know, there's dancing, there's rock climbing, there's tennis. There's a lot of things you can go do that are healthy and at least I find more entertaining than the standard gym workouts. So play around with those. And if you haven't done them, don't say you don't like something if you haven't tried it. That's one that gets me.
And if you're sick of the gyms and spending all that time lifting weights, ARX is your answer.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, and you can always come check it out. We'll let you.
What I really like, you could go back, go do a Wii Fit, you know, do the Wii Fit workout. You're at least moving.
Super horse riding ace.
Is that a game?
That was the horse,
The horse.
simulator
Oh,
from the
hey, at least they're moving.
Moving.
all in the hips. Wii. Gotta bust out that Wii again. That was fun.
How about,
No.
I want to take it easy or ease into it. Holy jeez, that one always gets me. Because you are easing into it. Just do something.
Yeah, don't on exercise like first day of working out. Go try weighted vest burpees on a hill or something. Like,
That is
Don't
not
do the
easy.
Do not hop on the Jacob's ladder for 30 minutes. That is not an easy workout.
You know, I'm not knocking any maximum type challenge places here that people will go to for the first time. But, you know, going out there, you're overweight, you haven't done anything. Hitting up plyos for the first time is not easing into.
Don't jump
Oh, yeah,
on the
there's
box.
not warm-ups
no.
either. I've seen
Yeah.
so many.
Burpees again are not easing into it.
No.
Easing in, I mean, if you're working with somebody, for instance, if you're working with a coach, a trainer, your friend on YouTube, whatever it is, it's got to be customized for you. And getting to know you, your goals, where you're going, how to get there, that plays a huge role. So, but the idea of I need to ease into it,
Yeah.
a good program, you are easing into it. And tell you what, Olympic athletes, Olympic gold medalists, they have something, a type of training that they utilize called periodization to peak at that gold medal event. So they are literally easing into it and going up and up into a perfect plateau if done right. Same thing with you and your goals. Weight loss, just getting into it again, even if you are in good shape but haven't done anything for a while. It is step-by-step process. It's a plan.
Why I started in the play area 5 minutes a day.
Booyah.
Wow.
Yes, you did.
Great.
Yeah. And that's okay.
And you have to start to ease into it. So in terms of as an excuse to not work out, yeah, you're right. Ease into it. Start.
Get up off the couch. Get out of your chair.
I've never stuck to it before, though.
Because you're not doing something the right way.
Yep. Okay. So you failed in the past. That doesn't mean don't try again. I mean, we have all failed goals.
And you will
at some
always
point.
fail if you never do.
Yeah,
Always.
that's an insta-fail. Is
Always.
that a hashtag insta-fail?
Probably.
Or hash brown. It's a hash brown.
Hash
Hash brown insta-fail. Yeah, hash brown that.
Cobra Kai. Highly recommend, but hide it from kids.
I mean, if you failed before, great. Try it again. Just don't
Do something
quit.
different.
Yeah. Start something. Yeah. Again, failing before is not a reason to not start again. I mean, if you fail a test in school, it doesn't mean you should quit school.
Right.
I highly recommend don't
Quit
school.
school.
because
Stay
you
in
fail a
school,
test.
kids. Stay
So
in
same
school.
concept here. Okay.
That's
Great. You learned a
So-
lesson. Get back into it.
Stay in school.
Yeah, kids technically are not going to school right now, being virtual. So
Stay in an educational.
I gotta say, once we get Athena, like for instance, set up as a 13-year-old with a babysitting business, and then we get a few people underneath her once she really blows up a bunch with the marketing campaign that I got for her, then the teacher, then
Functionized sitting? Is that happening?
possibly. So I digress.
I knew it. I knew it.
For
Okay.
somebody that's gone through so much school, and I'm saying there's really no purpose for the majority of it. You want to specialize in something, yeah. You want to be a doctor, yeah. You want to work on cars or
There's
nuclear
specific
submarines,
things you gotta
yes.
figure out.
The School of Hard Knocks is probably the best school ever.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
that makes
digress.
sense.
How about I don't want to shower or do my makeup?
I was hoping you were going to do something like that. So, this one's, I can see almost rationale, this one at times, but you can still easily work around it. Like, work out at times that it doesn't matter about makeup or showering
Like
afterwards.
before you have to leave the house.
Early in the morning, late at night. Again, timing, as you brought it up. It's plan your day so it makes sense.
How
If you're,
about Carol? You don't even break a sweat.
you're still my later
Because your
rant.
body temperature doesn't have a chance to elevate high enough where you must sweat.
Mhm.
So utilizing technology that we have, for instance, which is artificial intelligence technology, such as Carol, you don't raise your core temperature enough to sweat.
Yeah.
And you know what? Whoever says if you ain't sweating, you're not doing it right, that's just retarded.
You know, the call out we had, a client here, Sarah, she was here full makeup and attire on Carol. the
That
other
was
day.
great.
Like, that was
Oh, she had her heels on.
heels on, hair up, makeup, and she came in and worked out. That was,
Did her thing and gone. It's the way it can be.
so it didn't stop her.
And
so
guess
it didn't
what?
Stop you.
The makeup isn't going to cover up what's not right. So I'm just saying. Fix yourself from the inside out and you'll need less makeup. There's that.
Yeah,
That is very profound.
post that tomorrow all over. Remember what it was?
Nope.
Let's
Any
make
more
this
brain training?
up. All right. How about? Well, that was pretty much it. Many of those listed above are true or
Oh,
close
yeah.
to the truth for a lot of
Yes,
goals.
I mean, these are very similar excuses. I mean, a lot of these, obviously not specific ones like sweating and makeup, but we use a lot of similar excuses for a lot of things, whether it's doing extra homework, doing a little bit more work, prep cooking, or working on the correct dietary lifestyle. A lot of these excuses hit the same thing because we use them all the time. The money part, the time part. I mean, that's, you hear that.
I don't have time to prep my meals. Well, you'll have more time if you prep your meals
Yeah, I mean,
and less thinking and better eating.
a lot of
and
this comes
healthier
down
lifestyle.
to procrastination.
Always.
Yeah,
We
and time
procrastinate on what we don't want to do.
And after Healthy Happy Hour from Tuesday, discussing COVID and ketones, we have learned that the incidence of diabetes is, holy crap, 38 million people have
It's
died.
running rampant, people.
38 million people died of diabetes just last year. Excuse me. 38 million people had diabetes last year. Excuse me. Around 270,000 died.
is that the U.S. or
Just the
what?
U.S.
Yeah, I mean,
just the
that's-
U.S. Yeah,
to
38
clarify,
million
it's
have
huge.
it. 88 million have pre-diabetes, and about 270,000 literally died from it, which they believe is underreported because they're utilizing some of the effects from diabetes, such as heart attacks, as a cause of death. So really, it was the diabetes in that case that gave them.
Yeah, like my
Comorbidities.
grandpa, bless his soul, he died of an infection. It was from diabetes gangrene.
Right.
But an infection is what was officially from it. It's,
And I'm just saying that to scare you a little bit. The chances of you getting diabetes is pretty damn huge.
yeah, it's pretty likely.
Chances of you getting a virus, not nearly as close to getting diabetes.
Yeah.
And all these excuses, the procrastination, the money, we didn't even bring it up, the spouse,
Mhm.
I want to do it with my spouse, or I should talk to my spouse about it.
My spouse doesn't want me to get big.
Right, my spouse doesn't want me to get too good looking.
Does
Whatever
your
it
spouse
may
want
be.
you to get diabetes?
Right.
Did you ever ask him that?
So
Or her?
Fun dinner conversation.
these are all things to really take into consideration.
And
Your health is one thing that you can control every aspect of, if you choose to.
and it's much easier to prevent problems than try to fix them.
Absolutely.
Much easier. And just because you feel healthy, you convince yourself you're healthy, it doesn't mean that you don't have a problem. There's so many health conditions that are asymptomatic until we'll call it nearing the end zone.
So they're
where it's
problematic.
irreversible and they're huge issues.
Mhm.
It's so much easier just live and maintainable healthy lifestyle. So we got serious for a second. How often does that happen on us?
Probably because it's Thursday, not Friday.
Maybe.
That could be it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got.
All right. I will.
If you need help, if you need tips, if advice, just reach out. We'll give you
Just
a
do
link.
it.
Yeah.
And I will also put the link, which literally is like right below this on the webpage, and then somewhere on the Facebook page and Instagram. But regardless, for your ease and my non-convenience, I will put the link for the Healthy Happy Hour, which was very deep and meaningful and necessary to really truly understand perspective, insulin sensitivity, insulin resistance, and how it affects your health, and at a much greater level.
Will be a good thing to listen to during your next workout.
Or your absolutely love it. Got anything else?
I'm out. That's all I got.
Dr. Mike's doing really good on his burgers, by the
Ooh.
way.
In other words, she's saying I haven't been pissy.
I just avoid him still. Figured.
Yes. No, overall it's been great. Like, I'm not sick. That's great. I haven't had headaches, stomach aches, cold sweats. I hadn't puked everywhere. I want to eat, which, I mean, that's actually the biggest thing to me is I want
So,
to eat.
do you like the grass-fed and grass-finished burger flavor?
I do. I am getting tired of it and can't wait for something else. But no, I mean, I'm satisfied when I eat it. In the first couple of days, I had PTSD going into those burgers, and I was nice and calm with it. And again, these are unseasoned, unflavored. It's literally just meat, and there's flavor to it. It's great. Everything's been medium rare, except for Tuesday. I went almost full on rare, so that was fun. Rare. It was like 2 minutes cooking it. Stomach gurgled a lot, but still, it was fine.
I wonder how it would taste. The difference between a raw burger surrounded by cooked burger versus a cooked burger surrounded by raw meat.
Are these even layers? Because this makes a huge difference. And it's been proven things taste different based on layers, like sandwiches. If you have the condiments on the outside compared to stuff them in, it changes the flavor a lot.
So not just me thinking it was a thing back in the day. It's a real thing.
Oh yeah, yes.
It's where it hits the taste buds.
Yeah, I mean the order. It's why they put salt on burger buns and everything, as opposed to on the inside of the burger bun.
Eggs first.
It actually does change the taste profile.
It's
So I read there was a small study I read a while ago. It was actually with subs, or I think it was actually a burger sub is what they used. The difference of having like the lettuce, tomato, mayo on the outside, like around the bun, as opposed to having meat touching the bun and the stuff on the inside. And most people preferred the condiments actually in between the meat, not touching the bun.
How do you feel about cooking or baking? Just drink the fat of creating almost like a hot dog or hoagie sub bun out of the meat, and then you can put raw meat like balls in there, and it would be like a meatball sub. An all meat.
Meatball sub.
Well, you got to have a difference in taste somehow between the meatballs and the bun.
I've got enough beef. We can do this or next week, or probably next week at this point. But if we're gonna record it, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll record it.
Yeah, then I guess
And you can watch it.
If you want to watch me eat raw beef, why not? I'm in for it. I can make a cooked casing or something, a burger taco shell.
Sounds amazing.
It shouldn't be hard at all. Just make a big thing and hollow it out. Sure.
Brilliant.
Let's do it. Remind me
That's
to do
how
this.
things happen here.
That's how a lot of our small experience go. What if somebody?
Okay. What if?
Oh, this is gonna be our last word someday.
What if?
All right.
Right.
Dr. Mike has already said he's out. He
Yeah,
kept
I'm already
going.
gone.
He came back
You
in.
brought me back to it.
I did. Peter Brains Braun is out.
And as always, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being with us. Share with friends, share with family, share with somebody you don't even know. Your mad scientist and chief of human performance here at Functionised, Jim, I am out.
Bye, Jim. Bye, Terry. Dr. Terry. She's gonna yell at me for that one.